All right, next I want to show you a little bit about some of these other things on top here in the top part of Pro Tools in the edit window. Now here, for example, we can show the size of a region. Now this looks pretty small. I'm just going to watch this. I'm going to go out here further and further. And as we do, we're expanding the view. The view looks much wider, and we can see the samples, actually the regions where they are here, within the track. And you can see the beginning. And instead of my little tool, here's my scrubber tool. See? I can scrub and know what that is right there, of course. And here, this is for my audio zoom out. Here's my audio zoom in. As you can see what happens, we're making this file bigger. We can see it now. So we can see the file much bigger than before. It's right here in the window. See that? I'm dragging my scrubber along there. And we can shrink it down also. So this is for our view of the audio file. Now this is for MIDI right here, which we'll do later on. Right now, this is just for audio. And here, of course, I can squash it back down, look at my entire view of the entire song if I'd like to, or I can look at a certain section. I may want to edit some of these particular regions to fit what I'm doing here. As you can see here, there's very little space for any noise in my kick, snare, and hi-hat, for example. Now I can go to here, and this is the zoom. Now I click on here, we see a single zoom. So let's say, for example, I go to here, I click it once, and see what happened here? My tool went back to the scrubber tool, the tool I originally had when I started doing this. So it gives me one single zoom. I hit that zoom, it goes right to that single zoom. Now I go back here again, and press the little triangle below the magnifying glass there in the single zoom, and we'll go back to normal zoom. Now here in normal zoom, you'll notice that I can click on here. I can keep going, man. I can go forever like that. And I can go back out here, of course. See that? Get back out like that. I can click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can keep clicking. It's not a single zoom. But with single zoom, I get one chance. And I'm back to my original tool I was using. See, I was here, for example. I'm in single zoom. And I go, okay, click. I'm back to my 3-tool option. Right here, see? That's how the single zoom and normal zoom work. And here also we have our trimmer. Our trimmer has several different options here. You can see we have our standard, which is the standard trimmer. We'll get here, for example, let's spin back out a little bit more. And I've got this thing right here. See that? Standard right there. Okay, I can do the front, I can do the back, but I'm in grid mode. So you gotta be where you are. I'm gonna go slip mode because I can freely use my trimmer, my grabber, or my selector, even my pencil tool in slip mode freely. Now, for example, right here, I can stretch this out. Oh, wow, nothing to stretch there, right? As you can see, I can go on and on. Now, the original sample to this thing is still there. But what I wanted to do was, like, of course, I wanted to chop it down. So let's go undo, undo, and I'm back to the original size of the sample. That's how this tool works. Now, we can also, at some point, we have this time compression part of the tool, where we can make a specific piece fit time. Let's say we want it to be 100 BPM rather than 120. We'll make that specific sample or sound or vocal fit 120. We'll have the loop option with this tool, which allows us to loop the option. See that? And we say loop it. That's a loop option we can have for this tool as well. And we'll go back here to our specific standard. We'll get more detailed soon. Just want to give you a really good overview of the tools. Here's our selector tool. No more options. One thing here, just select that item. I can, let's see, let's sort of squash it back down a little bit. I may want to go from here to here. I'll press play. So I'm selecting the specific region that I want to check out and say, it'll get there, it'll stop. So I can take a region and say I want to chop it out. So my tool allows me to do many things, but I get to select what I'm looking for. I can say I'm looking for this one part here. It's okay. I select it. I highlight that area. The area is highlighted, and then I can do what I want to do: either chop it up, paste something else in there, or edit that region another way by adding some sort of effects in one region. Now here we also have our grabber tool. Now this tool is kind of unique, of course, really good tool to use. We can do time. That means we grab it, move it in time. We can separate it. And we have object also, which we'll explain later on. And we have, of course, we have our scrubber. We can scrub the track, which is good.